Hello and welcome to Y'all's Stadium, Y'all's Ballpark here in Florence, Kentucky, as the Hamilton Joes will take on the Cincinnati Steam. A couple of technical difficulties, but we're live on the air. Glad you can join us here on YouTube. Hamilton Joes versus Cincinnati Steam, both the Joes and the Steam, 8-6 record. Winner of today's game will be in sole possession of second place in the South Division. The Hamilton Joes will bat first, and it'll be Harry Jackson who will be batting. He'll be playing a right field today, batting .452, team best average on the team. Casper Clark is on the mound for the Cincinnati Steam, making his third start of the season. He is 2-0, has pitched 12 2/3, has not allowed a run, has given up 6 hits, and struck out 12 batters. The 1-0 misses low for a ball, the count 2-0. Umpires for today's game, Joe Kimbrough behind the dish, and the base umpire is Aaron Retchlow. The 2-0 from Clark is fired into right field. That's going to get down for a base hit, and Harry Jackson is aboard to start things off here in Florence.
Jackson picks up right where he left off last week. He gets on base all the time. The Joes move him up to the leadoff spot today, give Logan Castleman the night off, and he leads it off with a single to right, and that'll bring up Braden Broom.
Harry Jackson does not have a double or a triple. It's been all singles for him this year. But he's been doing a reproductive on the offensive end for the Joes. Braden Broom will dig in from the right side. Fully turf field here at Y'all's Ballpark. Leighton Banjoff will bat third. He's in left field. Batting fourth is Sammy Sass. Batting fifth is Matt Dietering. Sixth is Tyler Henriquez. Seventh is Johns. Eighth is Victor Valderrama. And ninth is Garrett Staten. Runner on the move. Harry Jackson slides in there safely. It's a stolen bag and a runner in scoring position for the Hamilton Joes here early in the first.
And last time we were here at Y'all's Ballpark at the beginning of the season, Tyler Thaman was very aggressive with the base runners, and he does it once again here. Joes are 6th in the GLSCL in stolen bases this year. That total has slipped a little bit since the start of the season. But
the 1-1 is rifled into right field. This should be an easy play for Colin Flynn. He'll make the grab, and Harry Jackson will stay put at second base. So 1 out now here in the top of the first. So Braden Broom flies out to right field, and now the 3-hitter, Leighton Banjoff out of Nebraska, will dig in. .333 average for Leighton. His Cornhuskers made it to the regionals in the Fayetteville Regional and then lost to Arkansas in the final game. And the winner decided to go to Supers, but they fell short to the Razorbacks. The Joes are 2-1 against the Steam this year. Here's the pitch from Casper Clark, who was on the Hoosiers club this past year, was recently transferred to John A. Logan College. Stands pretty tall there on the rubber. First time Clark has pitched against this Joes team. Banjoff, 2 for 4 against Steam pitching this year. The 0-1 pitch from Clark, swing and a miss. And was that fouled off? There is no signal because home plate umpire Kimbrough is a little shaken up. And I don't know if that was a foul ball. It appears like it wasn't. So runner to third is Harry Jackson. So now a ball in play here from Banjoff will probably score Jackson. Kimbrough trying to walk this one off, but he's standing put over here near the Joes dugout. Cincinnati Steam in their Carolina blue uniforms, white pants, white numbers, blue caps. Joes are in their black uniforms with gray pants with red down the side. Trainer came out for the Steam, and it looks like Kimbrough's going to get back behind the dish calling balls and strikes. The count was 0-2 to Leighton. Banjoff has 4 RBIs on the season thus far. Trying to add to that here in the top of the first. Joes won 16-1 on Sunday over the Ohio Bison, who are first place in the division. They had 10 hits, and they drew 12 walks as well. 0-2 the count. 1 out here in the top of the first. The pitch from Clark is upstairs for a ball, and the count's 1-2.
Yeah, Banjoff just got to put a ball in play here. You don't want to strike out. He fell behind 0-2, but he allowed Jackson to advance over to third, so now you just got to get the bat on the ball here.
Clark gets the signal from Luke Murray behind the dish. Now the 1-2 on its way, wave and a miss. And Leighton Banjoff is retired for the second out of the inning.
Good pitch there for Casper Clark. He sends that slider that Banjoff goes chasing on outside, and now there's 2 away.
Sammy Sass will dig in, batting .250 on the year. Had a really, really good spring season at Wright State. Met at .379. This is a breaking ball that misses upstairs at the letters for a ball. Sammy Sass trying to get Jackson home from third base. The pitch from Clark is swung on a miss, and the count is now 1-1. So 1 ball and a strike to Sammy Sass with 2 outs here in the top of the first. The pitch from Clark is another breaking ball, and Sammy Sass barely get a piece of that one. Hit it straight back to the screen. So the Steam a strike away from stranding that runner on third. Casper Clark is not allowed to run all season. This is his 3rd start for the Steam this summer. He comes set above the letter, and the 1-2 is low and outside for a ball. So the count even now at 2-2. 2s across the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the top of the first. Sammy Sass taps the bat on the plate a couple times, now gets ready for the 2-2. Here's the pitch from Clark. Line drive, right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Harry Jackson comes to score. Sass is now going to second, and he's in there sliding. He almost came off the bag, but it's an RBI double for Sammy Sass, and the Joes are on the board early on.
Yeah, great aggressive hitting there from Sass. He punches that one out into the right center gap, and then good base running. He keeps his head up and turns around first. Thought he was just taking a hard turn, but he went full steam ahead over there to second. Almost fell off the bag, but he's in there with an RBI double.
Casper Clark, that's his first run given up this season for the Steam. Now another runner in scoring position, that's Sass. And now Dietering looks at a ball inside. That's going to get all the way to the backstop, and jogging over 90 feet to third base is Sass. Dietering batting .263 on the year. He has 8 RBIs for the Joes this summer. Joes trying to add to their lead after the RBI double from Sass. The Cincinnati Steam are undefeated at home this season, and the pitch from Clark is up high for a ball. Back to that Sass at bat. Clark fooled Sass on a couple sliders, but hung one in the strike zone, and Sass got a hold of it in the right center field for an RBI. There's the 1-0 from Clark. That one misses low. And 2-0 the count. 2 balls and a strike, actually, to Matt Dietering. Dietering going to be playing his ball at Toledo next spring. Likes to pull the baseball. The 2-1 from Clark. That one outside, and it pops out of the mid of Murray. It's 3-1 the count now to Matt Dietering. Dietering, a hard guy to strike out. Only 4 strikeouts on the season, which is a team low and a minimum 30 at-bats. The 3-1 from Clark, swung on and missed. Good pitch there on the fastball. Count runs full now with 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Joes have already scored 1 off the RBI double from Sammy Sass. He leads off at third right now. The 3-2 from Clark is hit hard to the right side. Klasner fields, fires to first, and gets the final out. So nice play from Klasner, moving to his left. Saved the Steam from giving up another run. But that is the end of the top of the first inning. Joes get 1 off the RBI double from Sammy Sass. And now the Steam will come up to the plate for the first time tonight. You're listening to Hamilton Joes Baseball on YouTube.
ADG Services is Hamilton and Fairfield's most trusted painting contractors, offering deck staining, sealing, and waterproofing, as well as drywall texturing and exterior and interior painting, as well as many other services. ADG Services is your way to go for all your painting needs. Visit them at 456 Sims Road in Fairfield or give them a call at 513-295-2767. ADG Services, a proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes. All well.
Back here in Florence, Kentucky, Hamilton Joes able to get a run across in the top of the first inning. They lead 1-0. Let's take a look at your Cincinnati Steam lineup. Batting first and at second base, Drew Kleserner. Batting second and in center field, Truman Pearson. Batting third and DHing, Brennan Rowe. Batting fourth and at first base, Tyler Wagner. Batting fifth and at third base, Harrison Johnson. Batting sixth and in right field, Colin Flynn. Batting seventh and in left field, Hunter Jesse. Batting eighth and at shortstop, Carrington Cross. And batting ninth and behind the dish for this team, Luke Murray. And on the mound for the Hamilton Joes is going to be Chase Hopewell. Hopewell making his second start of the summer season. His fifth appearance has a 1.63 ERA, 1-1 record. Has pitched 11 innings, has only given up 2 runs, has given up 5 hits, has struck out 21 opposing batters, and has walked 2. He pitched early last week on the 16th against this Steam team. Hopewell in that game went 5 innings and only gave up 1 earned run, 3 hits, 1 walk, and struck out 9. So Hopewell trying to repeat that performance tonight, this time on the road for the Joes. Long homestand came to an end for the Hamilton Joes at Foundation Field. 7 games total. Joes went 3-3 last week. Their game against the Xenia Scouts will be resumed Thursday at Foundation Field. That one was 3-0 Scouts entering the 5th inning. But as it stands right now, the Joes are 8-6, as well as the Steam. So winner of tonight's game will get sole possession of second place. First, the top 2 teams in each division will advance to the playoffs in late July. We'll play a best out of 3 series, and then winner of that series will advance to the championship series, which is also best out of 3. Here's the first pitch from Hopewell, and that one's in there for a strike on the outside half of the plate to Drew Kleserner, who's batting 4-10 against Joe's pitching. One of the better guys on this Steam team that is hitting well against Joe's pitching. Overall, they're batting 188 against the Hamilton Joes. That one low and in for a ball. Kleserner out of Charleston, trying to get things going for this team and try to make up that run that was given up in the top of the first. The 1-1 from Hopewell, another one that paints the black for strike 2. So 1-2 the count now to Drew Kleserner. Kleserner batting .314 on the season. Made a nifty play out in the field in the top half of the inning to save a run from coming across. The 1-2 from Hopewell on its way. And this one low and outside for a ball. So count now 2-2. The Steam overall batting at .259, which is 5th in the GLSCO. And they've scored 89 runs, which is 4th. The 2-2 from Hopewell is a breaking ball, but that one fouled into the Joes dugout here on the right side. Couple clouds in the sky, but other than that, it's a beautiful day for some baseball. Around 70 degrees, can't ask for anything better, especially in the Cincinnati area in late June. 2-2 the count to Kleserner. The pitch from Hopewell on its way, and that one is a curveball that misses high and outside. So the count runs full. Hopewell trying to avoid giving up a leadoff walk to start his outing. Hopewell with the long blonde hair on the rubber. Noah Syndergaard-like with that hair. The payoff pitch is a nice curveball, but that one just misses the strike zone. So Kleserner will reach base on the walk and will start things for the Steam here in the bottom of the first.
Good at bat there from Klasner to battle all the way back and work the walk. Hopewell had a couple chances to strike him out there, including on that pitch. He just missed. So now he's going to have to battle here with a runner on base.
Pearson is 0 for 5 against Joe's pitching this season. See if Questerner will be on the move. The Steam pretty aggressive on the base paths. This one is going to be bunt down. Hopewell fields and has one play, and that's to first for the out. So runner advances 90 feet. That's Questerner, and it's a sacrifice bunt for Truman Pearson. So runner in scoring position for the Steam. And now the 3-hitter Brennan Rowe, who's been raking for the Steam this season, batting .367, has 16 RBIs and 2 homers on this season. Brennan Rowe playing his ball at Indiana. Did not play for the Hoosiers this past year. Hopewell from the stretch, high kick and delivery home is upstairs. High cheese from Hopewell there, and Rowe went chasing near the letters. Brennan Rowe is 2 for 8 against Joe's pitching this summer. Joe's pitching first in a lot of categories, 3.28 ERA, which is a league best, and they've given up the least amount of earned runs at 44. Hopewell's pitch looks good, but this misses just off the plate inside. So the count is now 1-1. Questerner leads off at second. He reached on a leadoff walk. There's one out here in the bottom of the first. Hopewell looks over at second. Now slides it home. This one through the right side. That's going to get through. Questerner around third. The throw to the plate is not in time. And Questerner ties it up at 1. An RBI single for Brennan Rowe. Wasn't hit hard, but it got through the right side of the infield, and we're all tied up at 1.
Dietering almost had that one over there. He tried to just dive over and knock it down, but it just squeezed underneath his glove. Brennan Rowe ties the game, and that brings up Tyler Wagner. And another runner on base for the Steam.
So the Joes got a run off the RBI double from Sass in the top of the first. And Brennan Rowe ties it up in the bottom half with an RBI single. Tyler Wagner will bat from the left side. Watches a strike go by. The count 0-1. One out here in the bottom of the first inning, all tied up at 1 apiece. Here in Florence, Kentucky on a beautiful evening for some baseball. Brennan Rowe leads off at first. Long pause on the mound from Hopewell. Nods his head a couple times, delivers home. This one a chopper to the left side. Henriquez fires a second. The throw to first is not in time. So a fielder's choice. And Brennan Rowe is out as he was trying to advance to second. That's now 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Wagner will reach on the fielder's choice. And now Harrison Johnson will come up to the plate. Johnson, batting .255 on the year, has 10 RBIs and a home run. That one home run came right here at this very stadium against the Hamilton Joes. Hit one off Casey Grimm over the right center field fence. He went 3 for 3 in that game, but since then, he's 0 for 7 against Joe's pitching. Hopewell will check on the runner. Wagner in there safely, sliding head first.
Yeah, Johnson had a pretty good start to the season. He's cooled off a little bit and started to settle in, but looking to get back to what he did at the beginning of the year. A lot of good contact.
Swing and a miss there from Harrison Johnson. Counts 0-1 to Johnson. Hopewell fires home. This one popped straight back out of the ballpark. So now Hopewell a strike away from keeping this game tied at 1 apiece. Harrison Johnson, an Ohio Bobcat, has his green gloves on. The fire home. Sammy Sass throws a second. This one gets to center field. Wagner is going to advance to third. So now a runner on third base after Sammy Sass threw it into center field. And the count is 1-2 after that ball thrown by Hopewell. So Hopewell still a strike away from trying to keep this game tied, but now a base hit will definitely score Wagner from third. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning, all tied up at 1. Hopewell trying to keep this game tied. The throw home is right down the middle. Wow. I don't know where that missed. That one looked really good. Hopewell was already heading to his dugout, but instead the count runs 2-2. Do you know where that missed? Because I sure didn't.
I don't know. I think it must have missed high.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hopewell's got to give another good pitch here.
The 2-2 is in the turf. Sass applies the tag, and Hopewell gets the strikeout to end the inning. Wagner is stranded at third, but the Steam tie it up at 1 through 1 inning. Here from Florence, you're listening to Hamilton Joe's Baseball on YouTube. Back here in Florence, Kentucky, Hamilton Joes and Cincinnati Steam all tied up at 1 apiece as we enter the second inning. We weren't able to get you the starting lineups from the Joes in the top of the first, so let's give it to you right now. Harry Jackson batted first. He ended up singling. Braden Broom flew out. He's batting second. Leighton Banjoff is batting third. He ended up striking out in the first. Batting fourth is Sammy Sass. He'll be behind the dish. He had the RBI double back in the first inning. Matt Dietering's batting fifth. He ended out the inning with a ground out to second. Batting sixth is Tyler Henriquez. Batting seventh is John Sanjul. Batting eighth is Victor Valderrama. And batting ninth is Garrett Staten. Leading off the second is Tyler Henriquez, batting 207 on the year. He has the lone home run for the Joes this season. Went oppo over at Foundation Field. Count is 1-0, or 2-0 rather, to Henriquez out of Ball State. Casper Clark delivers home. This one fairly foul. The count's 2-1 to Henriquez. Casper Clark sets just above the belt. Now fires home. This one inside, and the count runs 3-1.
Henriquez has done a good job getting on the base paths this year, only batting 207, but he's worked 7 walks and he's been hit twice, so he's reached base a lot for the Joes this year.
Swings and misses at that one. A fastball that blew by. The count is full to Henriquez. Casper Clark trying to get his second strikeout of the evening. It's a fastball, and this one's chopped straight up the middle for a base hit. Henriquez is aboard to lead things off here in the top of the second with a single.
Thought maybe he'd walk after he got ahead in the count early, but after falling all the way to 3-2, he's able to chop one up the middle. And so back-to-back base runners to lead off the innings for the Joes. And maybe the bats will keep up their momentum from what we saw on Sunday.
They had 2 hits in the first inning, and Harry Jackson had one of them. He came around to score. Now on the way to second is Henriquez, and there's not going to be a throw. So Henriquez swipes second. Another runner in scoring position for the Joes, and there's still nobody out. And Sanjul has an opportunity to get a base knock and try to score Henriquez from second. Valderrama is on deck for the Joes. The pitch from Clark. That one catches a piece of the outside corner for a strike. So now the count is 1-1. Sanjul batting 185 on the season, but still looking for his first hit against steam pitching. He's 0 for 7. Clark comes set on the bump. Now sends one home, and this one misses outside. And a little up for a ball. Doubt that we probably won't see Henriquez try to steal third. With still no one out here in the first. 2-1 the count to John Sanjul out of Columbia. Casper Clark throws one in the turf. Henriquez going to third, and it's a good throw, but he's safe. He got there just in the nick of time. And that was a gutsy play from Henriquez, but he read it and made a quick decision to go to third. He's in there safely. Count is now 3-1 after that ball in the turf from Casper Clark. Still nobody out here in the top of the second. The 3-1 to John Sanjul is in there for a strike. So the count is full now to Sanjul. If you're Sanjul, you just want to put one in play. Probably score Henriquez. Here's the pitch. This one lined into left center field. It's going to get down for a base hit, and it's going to get by Hunter Jesse in left field all the way to the fence, and now Sanjul is in there standing up. It's going to be a single and then an error on the left fielder. So Henriquez comes in to score, and the Joes retake the lead 2-1.
Full count hitting for the Joes has been in full effect. John Sanjul does it again for Hamilton, and they retake the lead, and now a runner in scoring position with nobody out for Victor Valderrama making his return to the lineup.
Valderrama hasn't been in the lineup for quite a few games with an injury. The first pitch to Valderrama misses low, below the knees for a ball. Casper Clark came into today's game, pitched 12 2/3, did not allow a single run, but through 2 innings he's allowed 2. We're not even through 2 innings just yet. Still nobody out here in the top of the second. The pitch from Clark is another ball. So Clark struggling with his command. Count is now 2-0 to Victor Valderrama. Valderrama in the transfer portal. Played at Rutgers this past spring. Still has yet to decide where he's going to be playing ball next year. 2 balls and no strikes to Victor Valderrama. The pitch from Clark pops out of the mid of Murray, and it caught a piece of the strike zone. Kimbrough calling balls and strikes for tonight's game. Called it a strike. Counts 2-1. So 2-1 the count. The score is 2-1. Joe's on top. Runner on second with nobody out. Clark looks over a couple times at second. Now fires home. This one ripped right back up the middle. It's going to get through for a base hit. Sanjul will advance 90 feet after he paused to make sure the ball went into the outfield and hit the turf. So runners on the corners for the Joes after the single from Victor Valderrama. That's the Joes' 5th hit of the evening.
And it's their 3rd straight single. This is exactly what we saw in the game on Sunday. This is how they scored all their runs. It was just walks and singles. And you string a few together, you push a couple runs across, and you find yourself with a big lead. That's exactly what the Joes did on Sunday, and maybe starting it again here today.
Garrett Staten, the 9-hitter, comes up to the plate, rests the bat on his right shoulder. Clark sends one home, and that one a ball. Nobody out here in the top of the second. Joes lead 2-1. They have 5 hits already. 3 of them have come in this inning from 3 straight batters. Clark trying to find the strike zone, and he misses again. The count 2-0. This is the first time this summer that Casper Clark has really been frustrated on the mound. It's been easy going because the 2 games he started, the Steam have gone on to win 22-0 and 10-0. So 32-0 combined total. when Clark is on the mound, but that's a different story so far early on. Clark finds the strike zone there, and the count's 2-1. Staten batting .286 on the season, doesn't have an at-bat against steam pitching. This is his first this summer. Runners on the corners, nobody out. 2-1 pitch on its way. That one dives low again. The count is 3-1, and the Joes have a chance to maybe work a walk here and get them loaded for the top of the order.
Yeah, Harry Jackson on deck is not the guy that you want to come up to the plate with the bases loaded. He has all kinds of contact in his bat.
3 balls and a strike to Garrett Staten. The pitch is swung on and missed and actually barely fouled towards the steam dugout, and the count is full once again. We've seen a couple full counts from Joe's batters. There's nobody out here in the top of the second. The Joes have runners on first and third, and Clark is going to step off and step right back on the rubber. The count is full to Garrett Staten. The 3-2 pitch, runner on the move. This one's hit hard to Carrington Cross, but Cross can't get it out of his mitt. A run will come in to score, and Staten will reach on the single.
Another single, yeah. Carrington Cross was going to be a tough play anyway. It was a good job by him to pick that ball up, but when he tried to flip it over to his hand, he just missed, and that ball popped out behind him, so everybody's safe in. There's still no outs here. The Joes extend their lead out 3-1 in the top of the order. Here we go. Jackson Broom-Banjoff.
4 straight hits from Joe's batters this inning. Now the 5th man to come to the plate is Harry Jackson, and he watches a strike go by in the outside corner. Jackson singled and came around to score for the first run of today's game back in the first inning. 3-1 the lead for the Joes. Casper Clark still looking for his first out, and this one upstairs and near the head area of Harry Jackson. Harry Jackson, the last 2 games, has played really good. At one point, he reached base 8 straight times, whether it be a single or a walk. The 1-1 from Clark. That one, another one, low at the shins for a ball. Casper Clark throwing that one at 88 miles per hour. Runners on first and second. Nobody out here in the top of the second. Joes have already had 4 batters come to the plate this inning. All 4 have reached base on a single. And this one is fouled off into the concourse area here at Y'all's Ballpark. The count is now 2-2 to Harry Jackson. Braden Broom is on deck for the Hamilton Joes. Casper Clark searching for his first out here in the second inning. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the offering on its way, and that one just misses for a ball. And a common theme in this game has been full counts. We see another one here. 3-2 the count to Harry Jackson. Valderrama on second, Staten at first for the Joes. The 3-2 on its way. This one low and in, and Casper Clark has walked him loaded.
Joe's bullpen is rowdy out there in right field. And now that brings in Braden Broom. And just interesting to note, because Clark is struggling here early. And we may see some action in the Steam bullpen soon. If he keeps working this many full counts, he's not going to be able to go very deep into this game. So Rick Antonori will now come out and join his pitcher and catcher at the mound.
It's actually Alex Dickey that will be coming out to talk to Clark. Rick Antonori staying in the dugout. Not going to get the baseball just yet from Clark. Clark has really struggled. Gave up 1 run on 2 hits. in the first inning, and now so far in this inning, he's given up 4 hits and has also walked a batter. So all 5 Joe's batters that came up to the plate have reached base. 2 of them have already came in to score. And they are loaded with nobody out. So a big opportunity for the Joes to stretch their lead. Last time they played here, it was a nice baseball game. Back and forth battle between the Joes and Steam on opening night. And the Joes ended up winning that one the Steam ended up winning that one 8-6. So a big spot here for Braden Broom, who flew out to right field in his last at-bat. They are loaded with nobody out. The pitch to Broom is at the knees for a strike. Starting to get some movement over in the Steam pen in left field. Not sure who's over there, but once we get the number, we'll let you know. No balls and a strike to Braden Broom. It is on its way, and this one lined foul. So Clark hasn't had many at-bats where he's gone ahead of Joe's batters, but this time he is ahead. The count is 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to Braden Broom. Casper Clark trying to get his first out here in the top of the second. The pitch on its way is way outside for a ball. I don't know what has gotten into the guys out in right field in the Joe's pen. We have not heard that kind of screaming all season long. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Braden Broom. They are loaded with nobody out here in the top of the second. The pitch on its way from Clark is a ground ball to Carrington Cross at short. They'll get one. Questerner fires the first for a double play. It's a 6-4-3 double play. Valderrama will come in to score. So it's an RBI double play. But most importantly for Casper Clark, there's 2 outs.
Yeah, you give up a run there, but good for Clark to finally get some outs in this inning, and now that brings up Leighton Banjoff.
Banjoff struck out in his first at-bat in the first inning. This time he crushes one to deep left field, but the wind is going to keep it in the ballpark, and that will be the 3rd and final out. Banjoff hit it hard, but the wind keeps it in. And that ends the top of the second inning. The Joes were able to get 3 across. They now lead 4-1 here from y'all's ballpark here in Florence, Kentucky. You're listening to Hamilton Joe's YouTube.
Federal Credit Union is committed to providing for you through convenient online banking, home and auto loans, saving accounts, checking accounts, credit cards, and more. All Wealth can provide for all of your banking needs. Located at 6 South 2nd Street in Hamilton, they can be found on the phone at 513-868-5881 or online at allwealth.org. All Wealth, supporting those who serve us.
Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery Services, in partnership with the community, is here to provide comprehensive recovery-oriented system of care and prevention. In addition, we continuously improve the quality of life of Butler County citizens through the support of addiction and mental health recovery services. Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery, a proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes. Bridgewater Falls offers guests a unique shopping experience with more than 30 shopping destinations, including Target, JCPenney, Ulta, Best Buy, Michaels, Dick's Sporting Goods, and many more. Bridgewater Falls also has a wide variety of delicious dining destinations. From burgers to pizza to sushi, experience all the flavors of Bridgewater Falls. Bridgewater Falls is located just off the Butler County Veterans Highway, Ohio 129, at the corner of Princeton Road and Bypass 4. Come experience a great shopping, dining, and services in the heart of Fairfield Township, Ohio.
Joes lead 4-1 over the Cincinnati Steam. We enter the bottom of the second inning. Colin Flynn will lead things off for the Steam. Joes had 4 hits in that top half of the inning. They were able to get 3 across to extend their lead to 3. Chase Hopewell back on the bump for the Joes. Gave up a run in the first inning when Clisterner led off with a walk. He came around to score on the RBI single from Brennan Rowe. Second pitch of the at-bat to Flynn is in there for a strike, so now the count's 1-1. Colin Flynn out of UCF in Orlando. The 1-1 from Hopewell, way outside for a ball. Fully turf field here in Florence. On a beautiful evening for some baseball, just around 70 degrees, but that's going to dip a little bit throughout the night. High kick and throw. This one is ripped into right field. On the move is Harry Jackson, and he made the catch! Oh my goodness, what a catch from Harry! All the way to the warning track. That ball looked like it was going to get over his head, but the speed of Jackson was able to retrieve it before it hit the turf.
Wow, Harry Jackson, he did a 180 with his arm outstretched straight in the air, and he made the catch as he fell down. Great play there to prevent an extra base hit. Probably would have been a double, definitely, at least possibly a triple there for Colin Flynn. Instead, the Joes get one out, and there's no one on the base paths.
Now Hunter Jesse will come up to the plate. Another Hoosier in the lineup for this team. He follows one straight back. Hopewell, after that catch from Jackson, gave him a little thumbs up and thanking him on that great play. The 0-1 from Hopewell is a nice one. It's just a tad high for a ball. Yeah, Jackson was like in a pretzel over there in right field, but he was able to snag it for the first out here in the bottom of the second. This one is jammed to the shortstop, and the throw is not in time, and it gets past Dietering, but Jesse will stay at first. I don't know if that was a broken bat, but Jesse was jammed, and Braden Broom tried his best to get it because it wasn't hit hard, and Broom had to hurry once he fielded it. Still waiting for the official ruling. I'm guessing that's going to be a hit.
Yeah, that one was weird. It was hit, and it sounded like it was going to be hit really hard just because of how loud it was, and it didn't end up being that way at all. It went up the middle, and Braden Broom was able to track it down, but that ball had some kind of weird spin on it where it didn't really get to behind second base where Broom fielded it until a lot of time had passed, and that allowed Hunter Jesse to get over to first. I think it should be a hit because, as you mentioned, Sam, I think the throw was not in time anyway, but
they did rule it a hit, so that's Hunter Jesse's first hit as a member of this team this summer. Came in a little bit late. 1 ball and a strike to Cross. Cross is going to square to bunt, but it's going to be popped up right back to Hopewell. And Hopewell tried to throw over to first to Dietering, but Dietering able to scoop it off the turf. And Hunter Jesse was well back in time. But Carrington Cross can't lay down the bunt. And now there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning for the 9-hitter Luke Murray, who's batting .111 on the season for this team. Hopewell from the stretch. Now fires home. That one paints the black on the outside corner for a strike. This team are 6-0 at home, but they trail by 3 runs here. Plenty of baseball to be played, though. And this one's fouled to the screen. And now there's 2 strikes to Luke Murray. Chase Hopewell lasered in to the signal from Sammy Sass behind the dish. Gets the call. Comes set at the belt. Fires home. This one upstairs for a ball. So it counts 1-2 to Luke Murray, who is catching for the team this evening. The wind has seemed to die down as the flag out in right center field is not moving at all. The 1-2 plunks Luke Murray. And no, actually it hit the bat. And that's going to be a strike. Or did he lean into it? Not sure what the official call is. So actually the Joes are going back to the dugout for that must be the third out. I don't know what the call is on that. I don't know if they said he leaned into it or not. But nonetheless, that is the end of the inning. So a strange way to end things here in the second, as Luke Murray looked like he got hit initially, but then Joseph Kimbrough said it either hit the knob of the bat or he leaned into it. Very strange play there, but nonetheless, somehow that is the third out of the inning. I don't know how we're going to rule it. It's going to be a strikeout for Chase Hopewell. And we'll go to the third. Joes lead 4-1 here in Florence. You're listening to Hamilton Joes Baseball on YouTube. Keep forgetting to play the ads. I'm sure our GM Daryl Grissom is wondering why. A lot of things going on, but we'll make sure to get those going in between the innings. Joes lead 4-1 here from Florence. They scored 1 in the first and then got 3 across last inning in the second. Sammy Sass will lead things off for the Joes. He had an RBI double to score the Joes' first run. He lines this one hard, but foul down the left field line. Sass batted .379 for Wright State in the spring, was named All-Horizon first team. Has struggled a little bit, only batting .250 this summer, but with a base hit back in the first, he's looking to have himself quite the day, and he crushes this one to high and deep to left field. Is it going to stay in play? It will not. See you later. Sammy Sass with a dinger. And Luke, did I call that before the game today?
You did. Wow, Sam.
Sammy Sass hits his first home run of the summer. It's a solo moonshot to deep left field, and the Joes lead 5-1.
There was a couple war cries over there from the bullpen before that at bat, and yeah, Sam, you called it before we were on the air. You heard it here first. Sam Newcomb said Sammy Sass is going to hit a home run today, and sure enough, he started off with a double, and he follows it up with an absolute rip up probably 100 feet in the air.
Yeah, that was high.
Yeah, got beyond the left field wall.
It's appeared like the wind has stopped here in Florence. Not much wind at all after the pregame is it was kind of blowing in from left field, but that one just enough. The pitch from Clark is in there for a strike at the knees. Hunter Jesse out in left field. Looked like he was going to try to rob Sass of a home run, but just ran out of room. The second home run of the season for the Joes. This one is popped up behind second base. Carrington Cross is there. He'll make the catch for the first out. That's the first out of the third inning. Henriquez will come up to the plate. He singled and came around to score. He started the second inning rally. First pitch to Henriquez is in there for a strike looking. One out here in the top of the third. Joes lead 5-1. The 0-1, another good pitch from Clark. Catches the outside corner for a strike. So Henriquez is going to have to battle here with 2 strikes on him. No balls and 2 strikes to Tyler Henriquez. Clark from the stretch fires one home. This one in the turf. Murray keeps it in front. But it's a ball, and the count's 1-2. Sammy Sass at Wright State had 12 home runs on the season. He gets his first of the summer, though, for the Joes here in this inning. And Henriquez watches a nice breaking ball catching the plate for a strike. And Henriquez is down on strikes with a backwards K.
Yeah, he looked at 2 outside sliders to start the at-bat and was able to hang in a little longer, but the inside pitch got him off speed, and he watched it go by.
San Jewel will now come up to the plate, watches a strike go by. The count's 0-1. St. Jewel and an RBI single that scored Henriquez in the second inning. He went straight up the middle. This time, he chops one over the head of Clark. This is going to be a tough play for Cross. He barehands it, but can't get a grip on the baseball, and San Jewel will reach on the infield single. San Jewel now 2 for 2. He struggled early on this season, but it seems like he's found his groove.
Yeah, he doesn't hit the ball hard, so it's all just about finding holes, and that's exactly what he's done in these past few games. And he's 2 for 2 today. That one was just a 2-hopper on the infield grass, and Cross had a tough time playing it.
First pitch to Valderrama is a ball. Victor singled and came around to score. He was the 3rd run to score in the second inning. Clark fires home, runner on the move. San Jewel is going to be off the bag as he came in sliding towards second, and that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. With this turf field, you can see we've already seen a couple times where a couple players have almost slid off the bag, and San Jewel does so there. Looks like he might have been safe if he was able to keep his hand on the bag over at second, but that will end things here in the top of the 3rd. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Joes add to their lead off the Sammy Sass home run to over the left field fence. Coming up to the plate in the bottom half of the inning is going to be the top of the order, Drew Questerner, when we come back here on Hamilton Joe's YouTube.
At Brown Dawson Flick Funeral Home, we don't just care for the recently departed. We serve those who held them most dearly. Our families have known since 1935 that they can count on our honest and respectful staff to provide only the highest level of service. The kind of service that you can't get just anywhere these days. We invite you to explore our site to learn more about Brown Dawson Flick Funeral Home at browndawsonflick.com, a proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes.
Carefree Heating and Cooling is an AC service in Hamilton, Ohio you can trust. When you are looking for a quick AC repair in Hamilton, Ohio, turn to the professionals at Carefree Heating and Cooling. With a name for completing the work correctly the first time, you can...
Back here in Florence, Kentucky, Joes lead 5-1. The Bats have come alive for the Joes after their 16-1 victory over the Bison on Sunday. They had the day off Monday, and they just have reloaded. I don't know what you put in those bats, but they've been red hot tonight for the Joes. Drew Questerner will lead things off for the Steam. He walked, and he ended up scoring the lone run for the Steam back in the first. The pitch from Hopewell is in the turf. Sass keeps it in front, and the count's 2-0. Questerner batting .314 on the year. He's been the most productive bat for the Steam against Joe's pitching this season. Hopewell trying to find the strike zone here. The 2-0 on its way, and he does so with a strike on the inside half of the plate. So 2-1 the count now to Drew Queserner. Top of the order for the Steam to start things here in the bottom of the third. The 2-1, and this one is roped down the right field line, but foul, and a 2-hop into the picnic area in the right field area. So now the count is 2-2. Hopewell on the day already has 2 strikeouts. He has given up 2 hits so far.
Bullpens are going back and forth here.
2-2, high and outside for a ball. So the count is full. 3-2 the count to Drew Queserner. The second baseman for the Steam trying to get on base for the second time tonight. The 3-2 is this chopper to third. Enriquez has to field it on a hop. Laser to first and off the bag. And Dietering can't apply the tag. Enriquez had to wait after he couldn't get it on the hop he wanted to. And then he had to try to throw one hard to first base, and it was offline. And Dietering can't apply the tag. Tried his best. And Queserner is on base.
We've seen Dietering make that play a number of times this year. The infield for the Joes has been a struggle. They've committed a lot of errors. Dietering has had to save some people by jumping out, coming off the bag, and making tags over at first. Unfortunately for him, he's not able to do it there.
They're going to rule it an E5 on Henriquez, so not a base hit for Queserner. Truman Pearson watches a strike go by. He's down in the count 0-1. Hopewell from the stretch sends one home to Sass, and Sass has to backhand it. Counts 1-1. Truman Pearson laid down a sacrifice bunt that moved up Queserner back in the first inning. Queserner was able to score for the Steam. Steam looking to stay undefeated at home, 6-0, but they're going to need a comeback in this one. Hopewell's pitch is high for a ball. 2-1 the count now to Truman Pearson out of University of Chicago. Cincinnati Steam 31 for 41, stealing bags this summer. That is 4th in the GLSCL. 2 balls and a strike to Truman Pearson. Queserner leads off at first, I don't think, but a strike is called nonetheless. It was in the strike zone, and it counts 2-2. Hopewell has 2 strikeouts on the day. Came into today with 21 and 11 innings pitched. 2-2, the pitch on its way. This one rifled into shallow center field, but that one actually really died. Off the bat, Braden Broom didn't have to go far for that one. So it's a pop out to short. And was I the only one that was fooled by that one? I thought that one was going into center field.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a fly out to center. It was loud. It was hit pretty hard, but he got underneath it. And, yeah, that spin on the ball just killed it as soon as it left the infield. And it didn't go far. Braden Broom was able to make the play.
Yeah, very strange. I mean, our vantage point is like what everyone else is looking at here on YouTube. But that one looked like it was going to get into center field, but we were way wrong on that one. Brendan Rowe watches a strike go by on the outside corner. Joes lead 5-1 here in the bottom of the third inning. Here in Florence, Kentucky against the Cincinnati Steam. Pitch on its way. This one a little softly pop fly right to Broom. Once again, I thought that one was going in the outfield, but Broom, I guess he has a magnet on him that is getting the baseball to him. That's 2 straight times now that the Steam had popped up to Braden Broom at short. So that's the second out of the inning, and Tyler Wagner will come up to the plate batting from the left side. Pitch on its way in there for a strike. Joes have had 8 hits already in today's game. Steam have had 2 thus far. Hopewell with a long pause on the mound. Wait, strike 2. So Hopewell trying to strike out Wagner here and get the Joes bats back to the plate. Sammy Sass is signaling high. The pitch from Hopewell is fouled right past the dugout of the Steam. Questerner was on the move towards second, but he'll have to trot back to first after the foul ball. So Tyler Wagner staying alive. Still no balls and 2 strikes to Wagner. Out of Northern Kentucky University. Hopewell comes set below the belt. High kick. The pitch fouled off and out of the park here in the left side. Really nice ballpark here in Florence. Florence Y'alls play here. Fully turf field. Joe's playing here for the 2nd time this season. Last time they played here, the Steam won in a thriller on opening night 8-6. The 0-2 pitch from Hopewell. Questerner on the move again. This one right back to Hopewell, but Hopewell can't get to it. And it's going to be an infield single for Tyler Wagner.
Yeah, Hopewell spun over that front foot after he delivered the pitch and then kind of realized the ball was going. He got all twisted up and wasn't able to make a play on it. That allowed Wagner to get the infield hit. So the inning is extended, and that brings up Harrison Johnson.
Harrison Johnson struck out swinging to end things in the first.
He's got 10 RBI on the year. He can certainly push runs across if you give him the chance.
First and second for the Steam with 2 outs. The first pitch from Hopewell is inside for a ball to Harrison Johnson. Johnson has 1 homer on the season. That came against this Joe's team. If he's able to put one out over the fence right here, it would be a 1-run game. A ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch from Hopewell. Will field, will flip it to Hopewell. Hopewell will tag the bag after it looked like he kind of tripped over his feet. But that's the 3rd and final out. The Steam are scoreless in the 3rd inning. We go to the 4th. Joe's lead 5-1 here on Hamilton Joe's YouTube.
Carefree Heating and Cooling is an AC service in Hamilton, Ohio you can trust. When you are looking for a quick AC repair in Hamilton, Ohio, turn to the professionals at Carefree Heating and Cooling. With a name for completing the work correctly the first time, you can rely on our quality service to get your AC system working like it should. When you need air conditioning fast, call us at 513-268-5164, or you can also contact us online at carefreeheatingandcoolingco.com.
Joe's fans, Chatterbox Sports is your home for high school sports all across Butler County. For live events, exclusive interviews, podcasts, photos, and more, visit chatterboxsports.com. Also follow them on Twitter and Instagram at CBoxSports.
For over 130 years, Coca-Cola has been guided by a spirit of creativity, innovation, collaboration, and love of community. The next time you come to Foundation Field to watch a Hamilton Joe's game, do yourself a favor and get yourself an ice-cold Coke. Coca-Cola, proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Are you switching or looking for a new
Back here at Y'alls Ballpark in Florence, Kentucky. Hamilton Joes lead the Steam 5-1. The Joes are 2-1 against the Steam this season. Their only loss to the Steam came on night 1 of this season, when the Steam won 8-6 in a comeback win over the Joes. Both these teams are currently tied for second in the South Division, the GLSCL. Winner of today's game will be in sole possession of second place. Valderrama will come up to the plate. He was at the plate when the inning was ended in the top of the 3rd, but San Jewel was gunned down trying to steal second base when he came off the bag. The 1-0 is lasered into center field. Pearson will backtrack and make the grab for the first out of the inning. Valderrama hit it hard, but right at the center fielder, Pearson. He's now 1 for 2 on the day. Now Garrett Staten will come up to the plate. Garrett Staten singled in the second inning. Pitch on its way from Clark is a breaking ball for a strike. That one checked in at 77 miles per hour. Staten betting 286 on the season coming in today's game. Watches a ball dive low. Lights are on here at Y'all's Ballpark, as the sun will slowly start to set here in Florence. Ground ball left side to Harrison Johnson at third. He fields it on a hop. Throw to first in time for the second out of the inning. So Casper Clark finally starting to find his groove. He has 2 outs on 2 batters already faced in the inning. He has struggled, though, this evening. Has given up 8 hits total. One of those hits left the ballpark from Sammy Sass. Top of the order now for the Joes. Harry Jackson watches a strike go by. Jackson, 1 for 1 on the day. This is his third at-bat. He walked in the second. Casper Clark's 0-1 pitch. Catches a piece of the plate again. 0-2 the count, so Jackson's going to have to battle. Jackson had made quite the play out in right field. Over his shoulder. He was out in a pretzel, but he was able to make the nice grab, and he swings and misses there. It's a drop third strike. Murray will pick it up, throw to first in time, and Jackson is retired. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Cincinnati Steam and Casper Clark. That is either team in today's game. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Joes still lead 5-1 here in Hamilton Joe's YouTube.
Bank, First Financial Bank is the perfect fit because they put you first. Their 3 goals is to stay flexible to serve your needs, invest in the community financially and personally, and they tailor their services to your needs. First Financial Bank, when it comes to managing your money, they make it easy, fast, and secure.
Come curious and leave inspired. The Fitton Center for Creative Arts isn't just a building, it's an experience. We are a non-profit community arts organization that has been a part of the Hamilton community for over 20 years. Visit us soon to see what we have to offer. Learn something new in one of our art classes or workshops that are open to students of all ages. Be enthralled by extraordinary musicians, actors, and dancers at one of our live performances. Stroll through our remarkable art galleries or reserve one of our diverse venues for your special event. Become a part of the Fitton Center and redefine the way you experience the arts in Hamilton.
Back here at Y'all's Ballpark here in Florence, Kentucky. You want to give a shout out to the former voice of the Hamilton Joes for 9 years and a Red Hawk Radio alum as well, Tyler Bradshaw, who was named the first executive director of the Nuxall Foundation. Of course, a cause very close to this team. So congrats to Tyler on the new position. We wish him luck in his future endeavors.
Colin Flynn will lead things off for this team. He flew out to right field in his last at-bat. It was a nifty grab from Harry Jackson. Time was called, or it was not actually, as Colin Flynn stepped out of the box when the pitch was thrown. So the count's 0-1. So kind of strange there from Flynn, and now the 0-1 pitch from Hopewell. Outside corner, strike 2.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. If you want to make an umpire mad, you step out on a pitch like that.
I don't know if he called time or not, but Kimbrough did not give him time. And now the count's 0-2. Pitch from Hopewell runs in for a ball. Hopewell throws a four-seam slider curveball change. He's only walked 2 batters this season in now 14 total innings pitched this year. 1-2 strikes. The pitch from Hopewell. Ground ball to short. Braden Broom fields. Throws to first. It's in the turf, but Dietering is able to scoop it off the turf for the first out.
Nice scoop by Dietering over there at first.
How many times have we seen Dietering save an error from the Joe's infield this season?
Yeah, he's been great over there on the right side of the infield. He's just got a huge figure, and he's able to reach out all over the place and make plays. And yeah, like you said, Sam, we've seen that all year from him. He's able to make those scoops off the short hops, and that's saved a lot of base runners for the Joes this season.
Hunter Jesse will come up to the plate, a Hoosier. He is one of 2 Hoosiers in the lineup for this team this evening. Brennan Rowe, the other one, who's batting third. Hunter Jesse watches back-to-back balls go by. Counts 2-0. Jesse had a couple at-bats with the Hoosiers this past spring. Check swing, and he went around, I believe. He did, as they appealed down to Aaron Ratchlow. Hunter Jesse trying to get on base and try to start a rally for this team as they trail by 4 runs. Pitch from Hopewell misses just above the belt for a ball. Count runs 3-1 now to Hunter Jesse, who reached on a single in his last at-bat. It was his first hit as a Steam ball player this summer. 3-1, another ball, and it's a 5-pitch walk for Hunter Jesse. So Jesse's reached now for the second straight time in tonight's game. And Carrington Cross, the 8-hitter for this team, will come up to the plate. Batting .353 on the season entering tonight's game. He tried to bunt in his last at-bat, but it was popped up right back to Hopewell, who didn't have to move very far to catch it. Hopewell will check on Hunter Jesse. Steam, a very aggressive team on the base paths, 4th in stolen bases this season. Hopewell sets at the belt. Long pause on the bump. Now fires home. Runner on the move. The throw from Sass to second is a beauty, and he's caught stealing. It was a one-hop throw from Sammy Sass, but it was a laser down to second base. And Hunter Jesse's caught stealing for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, Sass didn't maybe get the height on it that he wanted, but it was right in there, and he
had
was
enough
able
speed
to,
on it.
yeah, it had enough speed to just bounce right into the glove over at second, and that's all he needed.
Softly hit foul ball from Carrington Cross.
Sass has not seen a whole ton of time behind the plate this year for the Joes. Obviously, he came late, but Evan Ulrich's been the guy mostly for Hamilton.
The 1-1 is a nice pitch and right over the heart of the plate as Cross watch it go by. Counts 1-2 to Cross.
And with the catchers calling all the pitches for the Joes, you can see why the staff trusted Ulrich so much after how well the Joes pitching performed in the early goings of this season.
And did they call it strike 3 or did they call him going around? I think they called it strike 3. It looked going in, but Kimbrough called it strike 3, and that will end the inning. Hopewell faced the minimum. He did give up a walk, but Hunter Jesse was gunned down as Sammy Sass threw a laser to second. So the Joes bats will come up to the plate in the top of the 5th. Due up for the Joes is Braden Broom, Leighton Banjoff, and Sammy Sass when we come back here in Hamilton Joes YouTube. Back here at Y'all's Ballpark, Joes lead 5-1 as we enter the 5th inning. Braden Broom will lead things off for the Joes. The Joes went 1-2-3 last time they came up to the plate in the 4th. But the heart of the order due up for the Joes this inning as Broom fouls this off his foot. It squirts into fair territory, but it was fouled off. So 0-1 the count to Braden Broom. Trying to shake that one off. It appeared like it got the right foot of Broom. Braden Broom's 0 for 2 on the day, grounded out into a 6-4-3 double play, but did have an RBI. So if you're going to ground out in a double play, you want to get at least an RBI out of it. And he did that when the bases were loaded. Batting .310 on the year for the Joes. He struggled, though, against steam pitching. It's 1 for 13 total. The 0-1 pitch from Clark is going to be in there for a strike. Counts 0-2, so Broom's going to have to battle at the plate. Clark has 3 strikeouts on the day, looking for number 4. But this one is hit to the shortstop, Carrington Cross. He fields and throws. That was a kind of almost off the bag. But first baseman Tyler Wagner was able to keep his right foot on first base to record the out. So a 6-3 ground out to start things here in the top of the 5th. And now Leighton Banjoff will come up to the plate. He struck out in the first and then hit one hard right to the left fielder, Hunter Jesse, in his last at-bat. So he's 0 for 2 on the day. Clark's pitch is a slider. Catches the plate for a strike. 0-1 the count now to Leighton Banjoff as the sun is slowly starting to set here in Florence. The 0-1 from Clark inside for a ball. And the sun is only hitting this Y'all's Ballpark in right field, as you can see on your screen. The rest is pretty much shaded. That one in the turf. Slider thrown from Clark at 76 miles per hour. Counts 2-1. Clark was Indiana Hoosier this past spring, but has decided to play ball elsewhere. Has committed to Logan A. College, or John A. Logan College. 2-1 again, fouled off of Leighton Banjoff. We saw Braden Broom foul one off himself, and this time Banjoff does the same, but it doesn't appear like he's hurt too much after that one.
I believe there's a pitcher in the bullpen for the Steam. I think it's Alex Shea, the junior lefty out of UC.
Banjoff looking for his first hit of the day. The count's 2-2 with 1 out here in the 5th. The pitch on its way from Clark is a slider, and Banjoff is fooled as he was way ahead of that one. And there's 2 outs here in the inning. Strikeout number 4 for Casper Clark.
Struggle for Leighton Banjoff today. He struck out swinging twice, and he flew out to left field. But now you bring up a guy who's not struggling at all, Sammy Sass, with a double and a home run today.
Yeah, he hit a hard, high fly ball to left field. We didn't know if it was going to stay in the park, but it barely got over. So Sass got his first home run of the summer, second for the Joes team, as Henriquez hit the other one a couple of nights ago. Counts 1-1 to Sass after he watches a strike on the outside corner. Clark comes set, trying for another 1-2-3 inning, but that one misses outside. Casper Clark has retired 5 straight Joes batters after a rocky first 3 innings. 2-1 the count to Sammy Sass, who's 2 for 2 on the day. This one in on the hands and catches the inside corner for a strike. That one's a tough pitch to hit. Sass kind of winced in frustration there. Thought that one might have been a little bit in, but instead the count's 2-2 with 2 outs. Clark going for another 1-2-3, but this one gets away for a ball. Count is full now, and the Joes hitting has done a really good job in 3-2 counts. Sass with a double in the first, which was, he had an RBI as well, and then the third was the solo shot. So 2 RBIs on the day for Sammy Sass. The 3-2 on its way from Clark. That one low and in. And Sammy Sass is on base once again. His third time of the night. That'll extend the inning. Runner on with 2 outs after the walk drawn by Sammy Sass. And now Matt Dietering comes up to the plate. Dietering 0 for 2 on the day with a ground out to second and then a pop out to shortstop in his last at bat. Batting from the left side, a pitch from Clark, swung on and missed. Dietering has 8 RBIs for the Joes this summer. He is 2 for 8 on the season against the Steam. 0-1 the count to Matt Dietering. Sass leads off at first. Check swing. Did he go around? Appeal? He did not. Ratchlow saying he did not go. That one looked close, but instead it's a ball. Counts 1-1 to Dietering. Shortstop shifted more towards behind second. This one off the end of the bat, foul. Tyler Thaman will field it. Third base coach and manager of this Hamilton Joes team this summer. His first year as the manager. A ball and 2 strikes to Matt Dietering with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Joes lead by 4. Pitch from Clark as a slider, and that one just off the plate. Clark was on his way towards the dugout. He thought he had his 5th strikeout of the night, but instead he's going to have to get back on the rubber to throw the 2-2 pitch. Dietering, usually a tough guy to strike out in the season. Runner on the move, and a swing and a miss. Swing from Matt Dietering. He's down on strikes. He's 0 for 3 and now on the day. And the Joes strand 1 runner. No hits here in the top of the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Joes still lead 5-1 here from Florence.
Kettering Health Hamilton at Fort Hamilton Hospital, founded in 1929, is dedicated to providing Butler County with community-focused health care. With skilled specialists and cutting-edge technology, they feature advanced wound care, emergency care with a Level 3 trauma center, heart and vascular care, maternity care, and orthopedics and joint replacement. Visit them at 630 Eaton Avenue in Hamilton or give them a call at 513-867-2000 for all of your healthcare needs.
4-Star Mechanical is your one-stop shop for all things heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and refrigeration. With over 100 combined years of industry-specific experience, they're equipped with the design and job site knowledge to complete every project from concept to routine maintenance. Call them at 513-737-1008. If you're looking for an industry leader in all things related to windows and doors, look no further than L.E. Schofield Window and Door Co. With over 7 decades of experience in providing window and door repair and replacement services, as well as glass, screens, and other products, you can count on them to get the job done right the first time around. Call them today at 513-863-8932.
Back here at Foundation Field, or not Foundation Field, a little south from Foundation Field, aren't we? Here at Florence Y'all's Ballpark. Joes lead 5-1. I mean, I'm so used to the Joes playing at Foundation Field on that long homestand, but they're back on the road. They'll be on the road quite a bit this week. Only one day they're at home. It's going to be a doubleheader against the Xenia Scouts. They'll finish up the game that was postponed due to rain. That game will be resumed in the 5th inning, and then they'll play another game right after. 9-hitter Luke Murray will lead things off. He's ahead of the count 1-0 after the first pitch from Hopewell. Second pitch on its way. Check swing, and they're going to call a strike anyways. Kimbrew behind the dish calling balls and strikes this evening. Aaron Ratchlow out on the base paths. The 1-1 from Hopewell. Outside for a ball. Just a bit outside. Looked good. Counts now now 2-1. Murray struck out in his first at-bat and only at-bat in the second inning. Pitch from Hopewell. This time he catches the outside corner for a strike. 2-2 the count. Hopewell has 3 strikeouts on the day, looking for number 4. That one low and outside. Count runs full now. And the count was full to Luke Murray, the 9-hitter, trying to flip the lineup over to the top. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss. He swung at ball 4, and that is the first out. Murray frustrated after swinging at that ball way out low and outside. If he would have let that one go by, he'd be trotting to first on a walk. But instead, there's one out here in the bottom of the 5th. Queserner has been the most productive guy in the lineup for the Steam this evening. He walked in the first, came around to score, and that's been the lone run for the Steam. And then he reached on an error. He swings at this one and fouled it off towards the concourse area down the left side. Chase Hopewell will step off for a moment. And we'll step right back on. Joe's lead 5-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Hopewell's pitch just misses. Sass trying to do his best to frame that one. One lined into left field, but right at Leighton Banjoff, who will make the catch. 2 outs now here in the bottom of the 5th inning. They finally retire Drew Queserner. Now the 2-hitter Truman Pearson will come up to the plate. 0 for 1 on his day. He popped out to Braden Broom at shortstop back in the 3rd. Hopewell trying to get another 1-2-3 inning. Faced the minimum last inning in the 4th. That one swung on and missed from Pearson. Got a piece of it, but right into the glove of Sass. No balls and a strike. Chase Hopewell in the groove right now. And this one bounces in the turf. Counts 1-1. Hopewell looking to find a new spot next spring in the transfer portal. Had Michigan State in attendance last time he was out on the bump against this Steam team. Ball State, Youngstown State, Toledo, all looking at him. So it appears like Hopewell will be pitching at the D1 level next spring, as this one blowing away for ball 3. Truman Pearson, not the tallest guy, so a smaller strike zone in there in the batter's box. 3-1 count to Pearson. The pitch from Hopewell, and that one's low for a ball. So a 2-out walk drawn from Truman Pearson. And now Brennan Rowe, who is an explosive bat for this Steam team, comes to the plate. Brennan Rowe with the average at .367 entering today's game is 1 for 2 so far tonight. Hopewell is going to have to be careful against Rowe and throws one outside for a ball.
Preston Heinzman was warming up in the Joe's pen. He is not anymore, so maybe just some bullpen work for him, but we'll see how long Chase Hopewell can go, especially if he's able to get out of the inning right here.
Heinzman pitched in the game on Sunday. Just pitched an inning, struck out 2, but struggled with his commanding, walked 3 guys. Walked him loaded, but did not give up a run in that inning he pitched. Two outs here in the bottom of the 5th. The 1-0 to Rowe. Wow, that catches a piece of the plate. That one looked a bit outside, couple inches, but Kimbrough, who's been really inconsistent, or I guess you could maybe say consistent with how bad his calls have been tonight. 1 ball and a strike to Brennan Rowe. Hopewell pauses, fires home, swing and a miss in the turf. Sass kept it in front of him, throw on the second, gets away into the center field, and now Pearson was too late to realize that the ball went into center field, so he'll have to hold put at second base. It was a swing and miss from Brennan Rowe, so the count's 1-2. But a runner in scoring position with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th for the Steam. Hopewell trying to leave that runner stranded on second base. He's a strike away from getting out of the inning. The 1-2 pitch, high kick, fired home, and that one misses low. We've seen a lot of pitches miss low from Hopewell. That one, 89 miles per hour. Brennan Rowe with the red sleeve on his right arm, repping the Hoosiers. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch upstairs, and Brennan Rowe swings at the high cheese to end the 5th. Steam leave a runner stranded on second. That was Truman Pearson, who reached on a walk, but no damage done as the Joes go to the 6th, still leading 5-1 here on Hamilton Joe's YouTube.
Woman-owned and family-operated, M&G Body Shop has a honest and dependable staff that has over 30 years of experience bringing cars back to life. M&G Body Shop can get your car back safely on the road, providing a wide variety of services including bodywork, frame adjustment, painting, total loss evaluation, window and glass repair, collision repair, alignment, insurance claim reports, and paintless dent repair, and more. Visit M&G Body Shop at 12018 Hamilton Avenue in Cincinnati, or call them up at 513-851-9056.
Are your clothes still dirty?
Casper Clark's day comes to an end. He goes 5 innings pitched, gave up 5 earned runs, 8 hits, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. New pitcher for the Steam is Alex Shea out of Cincinnati. Appeared in 2 games for the Bearcats, pitched an inning and a third. Gave up a hit, 2 walks, a strikeout. So a small sample size for Alex Shea for the Bearcats. The southpaw fires one in there for a strike to Tyler Henriquez. Henriquez 1 for 2 on the day. He singled, came around to score in the 2nd inning for the Joes. Alex Shea fires home. This one just off the plate. Looked good from our vantage point. That one clocked in at 89 miles per hour for a ball.
Shea making his debut here for the Steam. Getting a late start on his season, but he's got to shut the Joes down here if he wants to let his team climb their way back into this one.
I believe this is Alex Shea's first appearance on the bump for the Steam this summer. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Joe scored a run in the first, 3 in the second, and then a home run from Sammy Sass in the third. They lead 5-1. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Henriquez. The pitch from Shea is a breaking ball, but doesn't break enough into the strike zone. It's going to be just off the plate for a ball. Count runs full to Henriquez. Shea comes set on the rubber. High kick, fire home, swing and a miss. Henriquez strikes out for the second time tonight. This time swinging, and that's the first out of the evening, of the 6th inning. Sanjul will come up to the plate. He's had himself a good day thus far. 2 for 2 with 2 singles and an RBI single back in the second. Coming into today, he was 0 for 7 against steam pitching, but doing just fine tonight. This one curls inside for a ball. Sanjul had a rough start to the season, but seems to find his groove now. He had that big double in Richmond. Joe's ended up losing that one, but Sanjul doubled, and he was the only run to come across the plate in that game. That one's in the strike zone in the lower inside corner. Counts 1-1. Lefty on lefty matchup. Here's the pitch from Shea. Swing and a miss again. Sanjul late on that one. The count's 1-2. Sanjul trying to keep his perfect day alive as he's 2 for 2 thus far. But he's down in the count 1-2 here. Here's the pitch from Shea. That one low in the turf. As the new catcher into the game for the Steam is Corey Klingenbeck. So Luke Murray is out of the lineup now, and Klingenbeck slides right into that 9 spot for the Steam. 2-2 the count to John Sanjul out of Columbia. There's 1 out of the inning. The pitch is lined hard to Klisherner, and it's going to bounce off him into right field. Going to wait for that. It's going to be an E4 on Klisherner on the hard hit ball. But Sanjul reaches on the 3rd consecutive time this evening.
Sanjul, he just loves to work those ground balls. He does it again there. He's just getting them into the outfield in any way he can, whether it's finding a hole, bouncing off a glove, getting an error, whatever it may be. And he's been on a hot streak lately, strung together 2 hits today, reached base 3 times, and was also good last week for the Joes.
Last time he was on base, he tried to swipe second. It looked like he was going to get in there safely, but then came off the bag. It's a fully turf field here at Y'all's Ballpark. We've seen a couple guys almost slide off, but Sanjul did, and the tag was applied. Valderrama is up to the plate. Counts 1-1. Victor 1 for 2 on the day. He singled in the second, came around to score, and then back in the 4th inning, he flew out to center field on a hard hit ball. The 1-1 from Shea is nubbed foul. And it counts 1-2 to Valderrama. On deck is Garrett Staten. He too is 1 for 2 tonight. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. The 1-2 pitch is a curveball just off the plate. Kimbrough not going to give Shea that one. Barely missed. And the count is now 2-2. John Sanjul leads off at first base. He reached on an air. The 2-2. Sanjul on the move. It's a hit and run. This one is pushed down the right field line. Foul. That one had a lot of slice on it. Sometimes like my golf swing. But the thing this year is the slice hasn't been my big miss. It's been hooking the ball this year. Haven't had many times to go out golfing after broadcasting every day. Went out Monday, though. Didn't play that bad. Just say it.
Walden Pond's course?
Yeah, it was a tale of two nines, though.
Okay.
2-2 on its way. And Victor Valderrama stays alive after he just kind of threw his arms at that one. Yeah, it did good on the front nine, then back nine just wasn't there. Lost my groove. That's golf for you.
Yep.
The count is 2-2 to Victor Valderrama. Sanjul leads off at first. He was on the move a couple of pitches ago. Let's see if they will have him moving again. Alex Shea on the mound for the Steam. He will check on the runner Sanjul at first, but Sanjul back there safely in plenty of time. Two the count to Victor Valderrama. Sanjul on the move. This one high. The throw down to second is offline. Sanjul did come off the bag again, but the errant throw, and he didn't have to worry. He just had to just tap his paw back on the base to be safe. So he gets the stolen bag. Wasn't a great throw from Klingenbeck. Kind of moved Quacerner over to his left, our right. Count is full to Valderrama. Runner in scoring position for the Joes with one out here in the sixth. Alex Shea looks over at second. Now looks home. The pitch on its way, just outside again. And ball four. Victor Valderrama works a walk. And now the 9-hitter comes up to the plate for the Joes and Garrett Staten. Joes haven't had a hit since the third inning. All 8 of their hits came in the first 3 innings of today's games. They've been a little quiet since. Casper Clark found his groove just a tad too late, you can say, in his outing. And now Alex Shea, the first guy out of the pen for this team, is kind of in a sticky situation here in the sixth as Sanjul reached on an air and Valderrama just walked. 1-0 the count to Garrett Staten. Sanjul on the move. It's a double steal, and Sanjul hops over the ball as it gets through the left side, and Sanjul will trot into home safe. 6-1 the score. It's an RBI single for Garrett Staten.
How about that call from Tyler Thaman? The double steal and the hit and run. And the ground ball over to short. John Sanjul had to hop over it. And then he rounded third and came home. The Joes extend their lead 6-1.
And runners are on first and second with one out. For the top of the order, Harry Jackson. Jackson watches the strike go by. Jackson is 1 for 2 on the day. He's reached base twice. He singled in the first, walked in the second, then struck out in his last at-bat in the fourth. He's a single machine, doesn't have an extra base hit this year. Leads the team in average. This one hit up the middle. Quacerner Fields will flip this short, throw to first in time, and it's a 4-6-3 double play to end things in the sixth. The Joes, though, able to get one across. It's an unearned run. After Sanjul reached on an air, Garrett Staten poked one through the left side on the double steal. And Sanjul came in to score. The lead is 6-1 for the Joes. We go to the bottom of the sixth here on Hamilton Joes YouTube.
After going through the wash, is your fridge failing to keep things cold? Pay Appliance Service offers superior home appliance repair in Hamilton, Ohio, so you can get on with your day-to-day activities. They are a family-owned company offering fast and reliable appliance repairs. Their skilled service technicians work on a wide variety of brands and home appliances, providing quality repairs on everything from dishwashers to microwaves. Go to their location at 780 South Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard or contact them at 513-285-3519.
Pfefferly Tire and Auto is your car's home for all of its needs. Whether you just need a quick oil change, a repair, or you're in the market for new tires, Pfefferly will get it done with professionalism and honesty. And with convenient locations in both Fairfield and Hamilton,
Back here at y'all's ballpark, as the Joes lead 6-1 against the Cincinnati Steam. I'm pretty nervous right now because we are watching the NBA draft lottery, and I'm a Detroit Pistons fan, and they've crept in the top 4. Hopewell coming out for his 6th inning of work. This one a jam shot, straight back, and now the count's 0-2. Heart is racing over here, folks. Detroit Pistons are due for some luck, especially in the draft lottery.
Detroit sports are due for some luck.
That is exactly right. Tyler Wagner down the count 0-2. Here's the pitch from Hopewell. Check swing foul.
Great catch over there. Eli Magic making the play bare hand by the Steam dugout.
No balls and 2 strikes to Wagner. Hopewell trying to get another strikeout to his day. It'd be strikeout number 6. This one outside, though, for a ball. One ball and 2 strikes. Pitch from Hopewell. Upstairs for a ball.
It's interesting that Hopewell is more of a strikeout pitcher, but he's only got 4 here through 5 complete innings, so maybe he'll look to ramp it up as his outing starts to wind down here.
Pitch from Hopewell, and the count is now full. After Hopewell had the count 0-2, Wagner's worked it full. The Steam's only run came back in the first inning when Quisterner walked to lead things off, and then he came around to score on the RBI single from Rowe. The 3-2 pitch is low and outside, and Wagner works a really good walk on that at-bat.
Nobody out. We'll see if the Steam can build on that momentum. All you want here for Cincinnati is just to build base runners, and now Ryan Finnerty's going to come out of the dugout and talk to Chase Hopewell with his first base runner here in this. Sebastian Gongora was warming up for the Joes, and it looks like that is him down in the pen that's continuing to throw with Evan Ulrich in the bullpen catcher. So Hopewell will stay in the game for now, but keep an eye on Sebastian Gongora out there in right field.
Man, I'm just waiting for this commercial to end so I can see if the Pistons get the number 1 pick. I'm happy with top 3. I don't want 4. The Raptors, Raptors, Cavs, Rockets, and Pistons will be in the top 4 of the NBA draft, which will be released here soon. Hopewell, after the mound visit, comes set at the belt. The pitch on its way, high and outside. So Hopewell struggling with his command a little bit here. Sebastian Gongora is warming up for the Joes in the bullpen in right field. 6-1 the score. They'll check on the runner. Got away. Dietering is able to track it down, though, and keep that runner held at first base.
Yeah, Hopewell caught Wagner leaning over there at first, but he was back well in time. That one deflected off him and got by Dietering, but Joes are able to recover. You really want to prevent this runner from getting into scoring position and giving Cincinnati any kind of momentum here.
1-0 the count to Johnson. He swings and misses there. Hefty cut there from Johnson, but swung right through it. Count 1-1 now. Wagner leads off at first. The 1-1 is outside again. Nowhere close to the plate, so Hopewell trying to somehow get it through this inning. I don't know if he will be able to, as Gongora is trying to quicken up over there in the pen. We'll check on the runner. Wagner back in time. Hopewell has 5 strikeouts tonight. It counts 2-1 to Harrison Johnson. Long pause on the mound. Now fires at home, misses again low, and it counts 3-1. The command is not there right now for Chase Hopewell.
Yeah, he's got to think he's got to retire this batter or he's coming out of the game.
3-1 the count to Johnson. Runner on first with nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The pitch from Hopewell. Check swing, he went around. So now the count is full, and Hopewell is in dire need of a strike here. Count is full to Harrison Johnson. Hopewell's pitch on its way, and it's going to be fouled off into the seats. Pistons have a top 3 pick, everybody. Hopewell, the 3-2 pitch. This one's a big one. On its way, in the turf, ball 4. So back-to-back walks, and it's first and second for the Steam. Oh my God, the Pistons just got the first pick. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Luke, we were due. We were due. Cade Cunningham, welcome to Detroit, baby.
Finally catching a break.
Oh my gosh, I am so happy right now.
Hopewell's night's going to be done.
Yeah. All right, back to baseball. Hopewell, his day is over. He pitched great, just couldn't find the strike zone here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And we'll take a short break. Sebastian Gongora will try to get out of this sticky situation here when we come back here on Hamilton Joe's YouTube.
There's always a place nearby.
Planet Fitness strives to create a workout environment where everyone feels accepted and respected. That's why at Planet Fitness Hamilton, Ohio, we take care to make sure our club is clean and welcoming, our staff is friendly, and our certified trainers are ready to help. Whether you're a first-time gym user or a fitness veteran, you'll always have a home in our judgment-free zone.
Queen City Hospice is your local, independently owned and operated center that is dedicated to providing patient-centered care and support to residents of the greater Cincinnati area in whatever place they call home. We understand that our staff is the most important aspect of our organization, and that is why we hire only the most qualified and compassionate individuals in the industry. This is why our care is second to none.
Get ready, Joe's fans. Raising Cane's is coming to Hamilton. Opening June 29th at 1479 Main Street, you can enjoy the world-famous flavor of Raising Cane's chicken fingers. Can't wait? Head down to Fairfield, where there's a Cane's located at 5120 Dixie Highway that can satisfy all your cravings right now. Raising Cane's is a proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Hungry Joe's fans, stop by Richard's Pizza before, during, or after the Hamilton Joe's game. Order a pizza that was voted #1 best pizza in Butler County, or order one of their famous Italian steak sandwiches at Richard's Pizza, located on 417 Main Street. You can order online or stop by Richard's Pizza for your next delicious meal.
The Robinson Fence Company of Hamilton has been serving the community for over 27 years, receiving an A+ rating.
So Chase Hopewell's night is done. He goes a total 5 innings pitched. He gave up 3 hits. And he walked 4 batters tonight. He is responsible for the guys on first and second. Gongora in to pitch for the Joes. And the first pitch thrown from Gongora in there for a strike to Harrison Johnson, Colin Flynn. Colin Flynn 0 for 2 on the day. Second pitch from Gongora, swing and a miss. And Gongora a strike away from recording the first out of the inning. The 0-2. Did it catch a piece of the plate? It just missed outside for a ball. Sebastian Gongora on the mound, making his 6th appearance for the Joes this summer. That one misses outside. Counts 2-2. On Flynn, runners on first and second, nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. Gongora looks over at second, fires home off the high leg kick. It's a nice curveball, strike 3 looking. Beautiful pitch there, and there's one out here in the 6th.
Great first at bat to work yourself into the game. You get ahead early and you're able to finish it off like that. Beautiful curveball there from Gongora. Broke right into the corner, and that's an easy called strike 3.
There is one out now here in the bottom of the 6th. Runners on first and second. Gong to the plate to Hunter. Jesse 1 for 1 on the day. Singled in the second. Lefty on lefty matchup. Gongora delivers home. It's a curveball. That one misses high this time. On deck is Carrington Cross. He's 0 for 2. And then in the hole is Luke Murray, or Corey Klingenbeck actually, who substitute. And behind the dish for the Steam. Swing and a miss there from Jesse. And Gongora a strike away from back-to-back strikeouts in his second batter face after coming out of the pen. A ball and 2 strikes. Gongora looks over at second. Now looks at Sammy Sass's glove at home. He fires home this one. Count stays 1-2. Lights are on. Sunset out in the distance. We'll get right back on. The Steam have not scored a run since the first inning. They trail 6-1. Gongora. The 1-2 pitch on its way, and it's fouled off again. So Hunter Jesse doing all he can to stay up at the plate after fouling a couple off. One out here in the bottom of the 6th. 2 guys on for this team. It counts 1-2. The 1-2 on its way. That one way high for a ball. So now the count's even at 2 apiece. Gongora struck out Colin Flynn, looking on a nice curveball. Let's see if Gongora goes back to that curveball here. 2-2. It's a curveball, roped down the right field line, foul. It was a curveball, and Jesse was all over it, but just a tad too far in front for a foul ball.
Yeah, if you hang that in the zone, then Jesse will fire that one out and deep into the outfield. That was a really hard hit ball that was a line drive, but just barely went foul, and that's lucky if you're a Hamilton Joes fan.
2-2 the count. Gongora pitch is on its way, and he went around. Jesse with a check swing that went too far, and Gongora has struck out back-to-back batters. Now 2 outs in the inning after Hopewell walked the first 2 batters. Gongora comes in and strikes out the next 2.
Yeah, and he's done a great job battling, too. These haven't been easy at-bats for him. Batters have fouled pitches off, taken balls, but he's able to get past both of them in 2 strikeouts.
Runner on the move. The throw to third is going to get away all the way to the wall. That's going to score the second run of the night for the Steam. So Wagner was on the move. It looked like he was going to be caught. Gongora stepped off and just threw a bad throw over to third to Henriquez that got away. So that now the score is 6-2.
Yeah, good awareness there from Wagner. The throw from Gongora, I think, was kind of made out of panic, which resulted in him throwing that ball away. So The Steam chip into the lead, but now Gongora with another task at hand here. He's got a hitter he's got to deal with.
Six to 2 now the score. That run is going to be an earned run to Hopewell. 1-0 the count. Gongora pitching to Cross. That one is a nice one, 86 miles per hour in the strike zone. Counts now 1-1. Cross is 0 for 2 on the day. The 1-1. Upstairs, ball 2. The Steam are 6-0 at home, but that is looking weary here tonight. Pitch from Gongora is lined foul into the concourse area. 2-2 the count now. Gongora trying to strike out the 3 batters he's faced and get out of the inning with only 1 run given up. The Steam haven't gotten a hit since the 3rd inning, but it's been walks from the Steam that have helped them out in this game. This was a nice breaking ball, strike 3 looking, and Gongora faces 3 batters, strikes out all 3 of them, but he did have 1 miscue, and that was the throw to third when they had Wagner caught in between the base paths. But Gongora comes in, does his job, and the lead is 4 for the Joes as we enter the 7th inning here from Florence, Kentucky. You're listening to Hamilton Joes Baseball on YouTube.
From the Better Business Bureau, they have been Hamilton's top choice for gating and fencing needs. Give them a visit at 1635 Howell Avenue in Hamilton, or give them a call at 513-867-0080. At Smoothie King Fairfield, we believe in helping each guest meet their health and fitness goals. That's why our ingredients are chosen carefully, and every one of our blends is crafted purposefully so you can rule the day. We can find the perfect blend for you with whole non-GMO fruits, organic veggies, and no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. We're ready to serve you a healthy meal on the go with contactless pickup and delivery options. Visit us at 8744 Michael Lane in Fairfield, Ohio, or give us a call at 513-829-0824. Smoothie King, smoothies with a purpose.
Story Point Fairfield isn't just a place to reside. It's a place for residents to truly shine every day. Offering a diverse range of senior living services, our community is designed to suit all resident lifestyles, from highly independent seniors to those who may require day-to-day assistance. Every resident becomes a member of our community. We strive to make sure each moment of each day is something to remember. Whether you need one surface for multiple sports or a sports-specific field build, the Motts Group is here to help. Their experience ranges from professional sports clubs to educational institutions to community complexes, fueling teams with consistent, safe, and reliable fields. Contact them at 513-548-3622 to get your new turf field.
Joes lead 6-1 as we enter the 7th inning. We noticed on the YouTube that it's a little choppy. We're sorry about that connection here. It's been a little rough, but hopefully you guys can hear us for the most part. The lead is 6-2 for the Joes as we enter the 7th inning. Some substitutions out in the field for the Steam. Pearson goes from center to left. Hunter Jesse goes from left to right. And into the game is KJ Barnes. He'll be playing center field. Braden Broom will start things here in the 7th for the Joes. Alex Shea back for his 2nd inning of work. The 1-1 on its way, and this one low and in. And it gets away from Klingenbeck for ball 2. Braden Broom's 0 for 3 on the day. The 2-1 from Shea. Outside. Ball 3.
Games have opened up around the South Division after falling behind 1-0 early. The Ohio Bison have jumped out to a 6-1 lead over the Ohio Marlins from Newark. That game's in the bottom of the 7th. At Grady's Field in Xenia, the Scouts are on top of the Richmond Jazz by a 7-2 score. That game in the top of the 7th.
A leadoff walk for Braden Broom. He's aboard to start things here in the 7th. First time he has reached base this evening. And now Leighton Banjoff, who struggled at the plate today, 0 for 3, will come up to bat for the Joes. Alex Shea delivers home, and Klingenbeck has to keep it in front of him after the ball was in the turf. The count to Leighton Banjoff out of Nebraska. Swings and misses there. He got a piece of it, but right into the glove of Klingenbeck. Banjoff in the shortened season last year for the Cornhuskers went bat at .344. And Shea's going to check on Broom over at first base. Beautiful sunset here. The sky looks really cool. Pink and baby blue. Straight in front of us here in Florence. Ball and a strike to Leighton Banjoff. Here's the pitch from Shea in the turf for another ball. It counts 2-1. Banjoff 0 for 3. He's struck out twice. He's trying to get back in the hit column and try to maybe extend the Joes' lead this inning after the Steam got one in the bottom of the 6th. And the 2-1 curls in, just got a nip of the plate. Nips the plate for Stierreich, too. And the count's 2-2 to Banjoff. See if Braden Broom will be aggressive here. The leads off at first. Shea fires home. It's a curveball, but that one doesn't curve enough. And the count runs full. Shea trying to avoid giving up back-to-back walks to start the 7th inning. Sammy Sass is on deck for the Joes. The 3-2 on its way. Misses for a ball. And runners are on first and second via the walk, with nobody out for Sammy Sass, who has been really good tonight. He had a double in the first inning, an RBI double, and then hit a solo shot that was skied high in the Florence sky and left the ballpark just over the left field fence for his first home run of the summer. We're going to get a new pitcher, Alex Shea. His day is done. He went 1 inning, and he is responsible for the 2 guys on base. When we come back, we'll let you know who's in for the Steam here on Hamilton Joe's YouTube.
Tri-Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is safe and ready for you. Have an injury of some sort? Stop by Tri-Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, located on 3035 Hamilton Mason Road. The physicians and specialists at the Tri-Health Orthopedic and Sports Institute provide a full range of orthopedic care to ensure you don't miss out on a single moment on or off the field.
Joe's fans, in need of insurance, United Heartland Insurance Agency has your back. A consolidation of a number of family-owned independent insurance agencies dating back to 1872, for years they have been protecting the assets of their clients by offering comprehensive and competitive business, personal, and life insurance products. Visit their Hamilton office at 185 North Brookwood Avenue in Hamilton, or give them a call at 513-896-5555.
The Greater Miami Valley YMCA. When communities get better, the world gets better. Discover how we positively impact the nation and how you can help us, one neighborhood at a time. The Greater Miami Valley Y, your local stop for building a healthy spirit for mind and body for all.
The Casual Pint is a community and neighborhood craft beer spot located in Hamilton that provides a vast selection of the best craft beers the region has to offer. They also offer a great selection of food options from appetizers to entrees, so if you just need a snack while you socialize or want to enjoy lunch or dinner, they have something that will hit the spot. Go online and order at hamilton.thecasualpint.com or go to their location located on 130 Riverfront Plaza. That is 130 Riverfront Plaza in Hamilton, Ohio. Proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Back here at Y'all's Ballpark here in Florence, Kentucky. Joes lead 6-2. They have runners on first and second, nobody out. New pitcher for this team is Nick Mao out of Dayton. Nick Mao making his 6th appearance for this team this summer. He doesn't go very long. He's pitched 5 2/3 this inning. He's given up only 3 hits, 1 earned run, has walked 2 and struck out 5. He has a 1.58 ERA. Comes in a big spot here. Trying to limit the damage here in the 7th inning. First pitch from Mao to Sass is lined right to Kucerner. Kucerner will flip to second to cross. The throw to first in time for a 4-6-3 double play. That is the third double play of tonight's game for the Cincinnati Steam defense.
Yeah, that was a hard-hit ball, but it kind of dropped right into the glove of Drew Klasner over there at second, and that was an easy turn for them. But now, guess who comes into the game? Logan Castleman, who we thought was going to get the night off. He's going to get a little bit of time here in this game down the stretch, and now he needs a hit, and he's a guy who can do that.
Logan Castleman will watch a ball go by. Castleman has struggled, though.
Yeah, Castleman is hitless in his last few games, but if he is able to break out of the slump here and get a hit, he would score a runner on third and extend the lead. But also one of his strengths is just getting on base, and in his struggles, that we call it, he's still reaching base a ton on walks, just not putting the ball in play.
Counts 2-0, but this one's a nice slider with a ton of movement for a strike. Counts now 2-1.
That one broke all the way from inside at shoulder height to knee height on the outside. Great pitch there from Mao.
The 2-1 to Logan Castleman's a slider again. This one's a little flare right behind first base. Long run, and it's going to drop to the turf. Wagner was converging on it, as well as the right fielder Hunter Jesse. But they couldn't get to it in time. And Castleman will stay alive. Count is now 2-2 to Logan Castleman, who is pinch hitting for Matt Dietering. Dietering's day, he went 0 for 3. Castleman trying to get the lead, get the Joes lead back up to 5. The 2-2 from Mao, upstairs, ball 3. We've seen a couple times in this slump from Castleman. He's usually swinging at those high pitches, high fastballs in the zone, but lays off there. And 3-2 count, 2 outs, runner on third for the Joes. The pitch from Mao is fouled off over the netting towards us here in the press box. Henriquez is on deck. He is 1 for 3. Three-2 the count with 2 outs. Braden Broom leads off at third. The 3-2, and it's going to hit him. Castleman is clipped on the jersey. He'll reach base. That's what he does best, is reaching base. He might not have a hit in a couple games, but he does his best to work a walk or get hit like he did right there. So runners on the corners. You probably expect Castleman to be on the move here.
Yeah, just try to draw a throw down to second, see if something can happen. But we'll see if the Steam even decide to go down there. In terms of defense, because Castleman came in for a first baseman, Leighton Banjoff can play first, so I'd expect him to move in from the outfield, Castleman to move into his spot. Maybe we'll see some shuffling around there, but Castleman will probably take someone's spot in the outfield. There will be some movement, and I think Leighton Banjoff's going to come in to play first next inning.
Sanjul has played left field as well. He's in center field as of right now, but yeah, we might see what you just mentioned there, Banjoff moving from the outfield to first base. We shall see. The 0-1 pitch to Henriquez is a slider outside for a ball. Runners are on the corners with 2 outs here in the 7th inning. Joe's had runners on first and second, nobody out. Nick Mao came into the game. And Sass grounded into a 4-6-3 double play. Hit it hard, but right at Quiserner over at second. Nice block there from Klingenbeck to keep it in front and save a run from coming across. Counts 2-1 now. So Nick Mao struggling to find his command here in the last 2 batters. Enriquez has struck out twice tonight. And a nice curveball that is in there for a strike that counts 2-2. Enriquez singled back in the second, but he struck out his next 2 at-bats. Runners on the corners, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch on its way, outside ball 3, and the count is full. So Logan Castleman will be on the move on the pitch. And Tyler Henriquez trying to battle here. The count is full. Castleman on the move. This one is lined into left field, and making a nice diving, sliding catch is Truman Pearson. Saves a base hit and maybe more.
That ball gets by him. That could have potentially been 2 runs scored. So a huge play from Truman Pearson out of University of Chicago out there and left.
So Henriquez hits one hard, but Pearson makes a nice sliding grab. And that is the 3rd out of the 7th. It's time to stretch here at Y'all's Ballpark. Joe's hold on to a 4-run lead, 6-2 here on Hamilton Joe's YouTube.
ADG Services is Hamilton and Fairfield's most trusted painting contractors, offering deck staining, sealing, and waterproofing, as well as drywall texturing and exterior and interior painting, as well as many other services. ADG Services is your way to go for all your painting needs. Visit them at 456 Sims Road in Fairfield or give them a call at 513-295-2767. ADG Services, a proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes. All Wealth Federal Credit Union is committed to providing for you. Through convenient online banking, home and auto loans, saving accounts, checking accounts, credit cards, and more, All Wealth can provide for all of your banking needs. Located at 6 South 2nd Street in Hamilton, they can be found on the phone at 513-868-5881 or online at allwealth.org. All Wealth, supporting those who serve us.
Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery Services, in partnership with the community, is here to provide comprehensive recovery-oriented system of care and prevention. In addition, we continuously improve the quality of life of Butler County citizens through the support of addiction and mental health recovery services. Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery.
Back here at Y'all's Ballpark, Sebastian Gongora in for his 2nd inning of work. He will be pitching against Corey Klingenbeck, who steps in and lines one into right field, but right at Harry Jackson, who will make the grab, ranging to his left. So a quick first out here in the bottom of the 7th. Top of the order now for the Steam, Drew Quiserner. He is 0 for 2 on the day, but he's reached base twice. He reached on a walk in the first, came around to score, and then reached on an air in the 3rd, and then flew out to left field in his 3rd at-bat. So at-bat number 4 right now, the pitch from Gongora is a breaking ball inside. Castleman moved to left field, and like Luke mentioned, Banjoff is at first base. Sanjul remains in center field. 2-0 the count now to Drew Quiserner. Joe's lead by 4 runs. The Pitch from Gongora way outside. The Steam have not gotten a hit since the third inning, but they've reached base 4 times, and 4 of those times were a base on balls. 3-0 pitch on its way. That one right down the middle for a strike. So get me over strike there for Sebastian Gongora out of Wright State. Has started a couple games for the Joes this summer. 3-1 on its way, and that one inside, ball 4. Klassener reaches on a walk. Third time he's reached base this game. Now Truman Pearson will come up to the plate. Pearson 0 for 1. He has a sac bunt and then a walk in his last at-bat. Doesn't stand very tall in the batter's box. Not the tallest of guys, but so that makes his strike zone a little bit smaller. See if Gongora can retire him here, though, with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. He'll check on Klasner over at first.
Pearson was the guy who made that sensational grab to end the last inning.
Yeah, saved a run or maybe even more. Klasner on the move. He trips. And now Sass is going to throw to second. And now Staten will throw to first. Banjoff fields it. Throws it back to Staten. Staten will throw it back to Gongora. Now Gongora flips it over to second to, I think that's Staten or Broom. And Broom applies the tag. Klasner was stealing, but then he face planted right in between first and second.
Yeah, it looked like he sat down almost. He just stopped in his tracks in the middle of first and second there. He survived pretty long in the pickle. And the Joes had a couple bobbles that maybe he had a chance on, but they were able to recover in time and get him. So unlucky break for Drew Klasner. That's a tough way for the Steam to lose their base runner this inning, but they got a batter ahead in the count at 2-0 now in Truman Pearson at the plate.
We understand that we are a bit laggy tonight, choppy feed, not the greatest connection here tonight. We apologize for that. But we hope the audio is good. I believe the audio is just fine. Just the video feed is not great tonight. It was for the first 3 or 4 innings, then last couple have been a little bit rough, but glad you can still join us here on YouTube. This one lined in a shallow left field, and then Braden Broom will backtrack all the way from his shortstop position to catch the ball for the 3rd out of the inning. And after Klasner worked a 1-out walk, he was caught in a pickle. That was the 2nd out, and then Pearson flies out to left to end the 7th. We go to the 8th. Joe's lead 6-2 here on Hamilton Joe's YouTube.
A proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes. Bridgewater Falls offers guests a unique shopping experience with more than 30 shopping destinations, including Target, JCPenney, Ulta, Best Buy, Michaels, Dick's Sporting Goods, and many more. Bridgewater Falls also has a wide variety of delicious dining destinations. From burgers to pizza to sushi, experience all the flavors of Bridgewater Falls. Bridgewater Falls is located just off the Butler County Veterans Highway, Ohio 129, at the corner of Princeton Road and Bypass 4. Come experience a great shopping, dining, and services in the heart of Fairfield Township, Ohio. At Brown.
Sorry for the choppy feed tonight. 6-2, the Joes lead as we enter the top of the 8th inning. Internet connection here has been a little choppy. Started out good, but I think the audio is just fine for you all to listen to, so Probably not the greatest viewing experience, but I hope it's a good listening experience tonight on this Tuesday evening. Ground ball right side from San Jewel. Klasner fields and fires for the first out. So a quick out for the Steam here in the top of the 8th. Victor Valderrama will come up to the plate. He's 1 for 2 today. He walked in his last at-bat in the 6th inning and was stranded on second base. Pitch from Valderrama to Valderrama is in there for a strike. Radar gun saying 75 miles per hour on that one. The 0-1 pitch, another slider, but this time outside off the plate. One the count. Here's the pitch from Mao. It's another nice slider. His slider's been working for him tonight. Has a lot of movement on it. Counts now 1-2 to Victor. Mao comes set, fires home, and did that hit Valderrama? And I guess it didn't. Valderrama said it did. And now they're going to go check with the base umpire? No, they will not. Or yes, they will now. They'll go, Joe Kimbrough will go chat with Aaron Ratchlow halfway down the first and third base side. It was really close, and Victor said it hit him. And now both umpires are talking to each other right now. Let's see what we're going to kind of call we're going to get out of this. And they're going to say it hit him. So I guess it did hit Victor, and Victor will reach for the third time tonight. So Garrett Staten, the 9-hitter, will bat with 1 out and a runner on for the Joes. Staten's had a good day today, 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Staten's accounted for the only hit since the 3rd inning. Bats have gone quiet for the Joes since the 3rd, but with a good first 3 innings in tonight's game, they can allow for that to happen as they lead 6-2. See if Valderrama will be on the move here on the base paths. The 0-1 count. The pitch on its way. Valderrama is on the move to second. It's a good throw, and Kwasner applies the tag and guns down Valderrama. Corey Klingenbeck guns down Valderrama, trying to swipe second.
These Steam catchers have done a great job all year on their throws over to second base. The Joes like to steal, but the catching staff for the Steam has been really, really good at shooting those runners down throughout the season, and there's just another example as Valderrama's got to head back to the dugout.
Staten there with a check swing. He went around. Counts 1-2 to Garrett. So with 2 outs here in the 8th inning, Staten trying to extend it. The 1-2 is a slider. This one's a ground ball to shortstop Carrington Cross. He fields, he gathers, he throws, and in time, as Staten was hustling down first base for the 3rd out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Joes still lead 6-2. You're listening to Hamilton Joes Baseball on YouTube. Bottom of the 8th here at Y'all's Ballpark. Joe's lead 6-2, trying to beat the Steam for the third time this season and take sole possession of second place. Gongora in for his third inning of work and fires one outside that pops out of the mid of Sass. 3, 4, 5 hitters for the Steam to start the bottom of the 8th. Brennan Rowe will lead things off. He's 1 for 3 today. Swings and misses there, and the count's 1-1. The 1-1 in there for a strike. Another good spot thrown from Gongora. Counts 1-2. Gongora quickly back to work, delivers home, swing and a miss, and Brennan Rowe strikes out for the second time tonight. Another strikeout for Sebastian, his 4th already, after he came in with runners on first and second after Hopewell walked the first 2 in the 6th. He struck out the next 3, but 1 run did come around to score on the errant throw. 1 out now in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch delivery is low in the turf for a ball. Tyler Wagner up to the plate. He is 1 for 2. He walked in the 6th, came around to score. He was the second run for the Steam this evening. Nice breaking ball there from Gongora. Counts 1-1. So ones across the board, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Gongora out of the windup, sends one home, and it's a foul tip into Sass's mitt. Counts 1-2. Wagner entered today's game batting .283 with 10 RBIs and a home run. One of the 6 home runs from the Cincinnati team. And he swings and misses there. Sass dropped it. He'll fire down on the drop third strike for out number 2. So
Gongora's looked very good on the mound. Yeah, 5th strikeout for him in just 2 2/3 innings. And so just 4 outs left for Cincinnati. We'll see if Sebastian can get out of this inning, and if he does, if Hamilton will let him come out for the 9th.
Harrison Johnson comes up to the plate, batting from the left side. He had a 3 for 3 day, night 1 against the Joes, including a 3-run home run. But since then, he is 0 for 9 against Joe's pitching. He has his green gloves on, repping Ohio University. That one is low for a ball. Counts now 2-0 to Harrison. He reached down and walked in his last at-bat in the 6th. He was the last guy Hopewell faced. Gongora on the lefty-lefty matchup sends one home right into the mitt of Sammy Sass across the plate for strike 1. Counts 2-1. We had some fireworks popping off in the last half inning, in between the innings. 2-1 pitch from Gongora in the turf. Sass keeps it in front off the chest protector, ball 3. Cincinnati Steam are 4 outs away from losing their first game at home this season. 6-0. Gongora high and in, and that's ball 4. Johnson is aboard with 2 outs now. The Steam, I mean, we mentioned it a couple times already, but the Steam haven't had a hit since the 3rd inning. Their only time they've reached base is working on a walk.
Yeah, the bats, they went cold. They had a run back in the 1st inning, and it looked like they were going to be able to stay into this game, but as the Joes started to pull away, their bats weren't really able to provide much. As you mentioned, they were able to work a couple walks, but now they're going to need a pretty good number of those to come back and tie this game. They're probably going to need a couple of hits worked in there as well.
One the count to Barnes, who came in as a defensive replacement a couple of innings ago, making his first at-bat tonight. The 1-1, and no, we'll wait as Gongora will throw over to first to Banjoff. KJ Barnes took the place of Colin Flynn in the lineup. Flynn went 0 for 3. Pitch to Barnes is fouled off into the concourse area here at Y'all's Ballpark. And Gongora a strike away from going to the 9th. One ball and 2 strikes to KJ Barnes. Gongora comes set, looks over at first, nods a couple times, delivers home, and it's low and in, and Barnes goes chasing. Gongora gets another strikeout, his 6th strikeout of the night. And the Joes still lead 6-2. So the Steam strand 1 on base. They can't do anything with it. And the Joes lead 6-2 as we go to the 9th inning here from Florence.
Dawson Flick Funeral Home, we don't just care for the recently departed. We serve those who held them most dearly. Our families have known since 1935 that they can count on our honest and respectful staff to provide only the highest level of service. The kind of service that you can't get just anywhere these days. We invite you to explore our site to learn more about Brown Dawson Flick Funeral Home at browndawsonflick.com, a proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes.
Carefree Heating and Cooling is an AC service in Hamilton, Ohio you can trust. When you are looking for a quick AC repair in Hamilton, Ohio, turn to the professionals at Carefree Heating and Cooling. With a name for completing the work correctly the first time, you can rely on our quality service to get your AC system working like it should. When you need air conditioning fast, call us at 513-268-5164, or you can also contact us online at carefreeheatingandcoolingco.com.
Joe's fans, Chatterbox Sports is your home for high school sports all across Butler County. For live events, exclusive interviews, podcasts, photos, and more, visit chatterboxsports.com. Also follow them on Twitter and Instagram at cboxsports.
For over 130 years, Coca-Cola has been guided by a spirit of creativity, innovation, collaboration, and love of community. The next time you come to Foundation Field to watch a Hamilton Joes game, do yourself a favor and get yourself an ice-cold Coke. Coca-Cola, proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Are you switching or looking for a new bank? First Financial Bank.
New pitcher for the Steam, it's going to be Eli Majic, making his 6th appearance in relief for the Steam this season. He's gone 5 2/3, has given up 3 hits, 1 earned run, has walked 3, has struck out 11, has a 0.96 ERA. So he'll come in for the Steam here in the 9th inning. Try to make sure the Steam's deficit stays at 4 entering the bottom of the 9th.
Eli Majic is a former St. Xavier Bomber from Cincinnati, plays his college ball for the Dayton Flyers. He came in against the Joes on June 4th, pitched 3 1/3 innings, gave up 1 earned run off 1 hit, walked 3 and struck out 3.
Harry Jackson will lead things off for the Joes. First pitch is in there for a strike, looking. Jackson is 1 for 3 on the day, grounded out into a 4-6-3 inning-ending double play in the 6th. This one misses high and outside. Ball 1. Jackson playing his ball at Lourdes University in Toledo, Ohio. 1-1 pitch. Check swing, and he went around. So 1-2 the count now to Harry. Harry came into the game batting .452, which is the team best average. He's going to have to battle here, though. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch is a little floater into right field, and it will get down for a base hit. Harry Jackson has his 2nd hit of the evening. And it's a single, as usual. He's a single machine. And another great day for Harry. Not only at the plate, but he made a magnificent play out in the field. One of the better plays we've seen from the defense this summer from the Joes. So leadoff man is on. See if Harry will be active on the base paths. Pitch from Majic is fouled off. Braden Broom is 0 for 3. He's reached base once, and that was in the 7th inning in his last at-bat. He worked a walk and ended up being stranded on third base. Joes have 10 hits in tonight's game, and the Steam only have 3. Majek will check on the runner, but it's a bad throw, and Harry will advance to second, if not more. He's heading to third, and there's not going to be even a throw over at third. And now Harry advances 180 feet to third base from corner to corner. And there's nobody out, and a big opportunity for Braden Broom to add to the Joes' lead.
Yeah, put a ball in